What's happening, people? Back at this property in Bell's Quarry, doing Wetwall. That's all the new Wetwall panels eventually arrived. This took over a week, almost 2 weeks to arrive to me. But that's a whole different story, the hassle I've had with this. But we're here today, so we're here to get it all fitted, is what it is. It's here now, so we're going to crack on. Wetwall panel here, one coming here along to the middle of the windowsill. The panels are only 2.4 long. This gap here though is longer than 2.4. It's just over 2.7. So what I'm going to need to do is I've divided the window up in half, marked it. What I'll do is I'll run a panel from here to here, cut the panel, then join another panel from there to the corner. We'll get all these sockets undone, all the screws at them, and we'll crack on, be fitting these Wetwall panels. Let's go. Oh, and I actually forgot to say, obviously, like it says, they don't do that colour anymore. So that Wetwall is going to have to come off. Because I've bought panels to obviously do here. And I'm going to have to remove the original Wetwall I did and refit it. Which is an actual nightmare. Because this stuff is just held on by silicone. This stuff is put on with a proper adhesive. So I'm going to have to do my best to remove this with minimum damage to the actual plaster, which is going to be an actual headache. So, that is what it is, so let's crack on. That's all these wet walls on, minus 2 bits round about the window. Got all the chrome trims to fit, but that'll get done at the end. This panel here, because of the way the light switch was sitting with the last one, spin it around a bit more. So the last trim come in line with the worktop, come up here and kind of stopped just behind the switch. So the switch was actually sitting at an angle and glued in place. So what I've had to do is bring the Wetwall up to the height where it should be, like the rest of it is, but I've had to overhang it so that way this sits right on it. So I've got a wee trim down the edge. Probably need to put a wee trim along there, coming up round. That's it, we'll get trims down either bit. Still got either side of the window. These are just dumped on. They're not wide enough. They sit too far. There's a full panel width there. So they're going to get replaced with at the end. I'll see what I've got left. As you can see, all down. You get longer screws for all the sockets, as the screws are nowhere near fit. So the next bit is to take this white wall off. I've already managed to get this bit off. Basically just took the multi-tool right around the edge, then a long blade in the back to try and cut that away, then prise it off, prise it off, prise it off, and to be fair, it's done minimum damage. So I need to scrape off all this adhesive, all the stuff that's stuck to the wall. Most of it's stuck to the panel still, it's just took kind of the paint with it, which isn't too bad to be fair. But we need to take that socket off, disconnect the socket. I have to cut in round that side, get the blade in there, and see if we can rip this off with minimum damage as well. Then scrape this off, then replace this with the same stuff as that side. Oh, I've got to crack on with this. So as you can see, it's come off actually alright. So it's come off actually not too bad. More so just the paint. Wee bits of the plaster, but nothing drastic. Most damage is caused obviously with the multi-tool blade around the edges. So they'll just, lucky enough I think they'll just get away with just a wee touch up of paint around the edges on both sides. Well, there's still going to glue there. No, not that. So it's come off. It's come off not too bad. That says they will just need to maybe touch up the paint. So I've been lucky enough it's come off. So I'll get the new panel cut, fitted, then I'll be able to see what's left to do the upstands of the window, get the windowsill back in, then we can fit all the chrome trims and get it sealed up. So apologies for the audio here. I don't know what I've done. Can only imagine I've not turned the mic on because there's no audio. So I've just had to speak over the top of this and I can't even remember what crap I was actually saying. Probably talking by watching that I'm talking about that's the wet wall done on that side replaced. We fitted chrome trims on that side. All that we've got left to do is to fit the chrome trims around the other side of the kitchen, get it sealed up, and that's it. And I think that's what I was talking about. Instead you just have to sit here and watch me with hand gestures, pointing at things. I'm now showing you the chrome trims that were actually getting fitted, the metal trims. So as you can see, that's it all finished. Panels on that side removed, replaced. All new panels fitted along here. Chrome trims fitted throughout. Windowsill refitted, levelled, straightened out, packed, screwed down, filled. Kitchen all sealed, clear silicone along the bottom, white round the window. Grey sort of colour, almost black, to do the corners, just to seal up, just to make sure, even though they were a tight join, just to make sure. So yeah, it's turned out nice. The colour goes quite nice, to be fair, the colours of the unit and stuff like that. So I appreciate it, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give the video a wee like, subscribe, share. I do appreciate it, thank you.